two questions. One is there a chance of having a complete season collected on DVD as opposed to like different sets, like they're spaced out between like 4 or 5 different sets? And the other question was, did you bring Young Justice and decide you wanted to make that a show? Did they come to you with that?
The first question was, you're talking about DVDs, I assume, yeah. Whether they'll release a complete season DVD, and the short answer, well, the real answer is I just flat out don't know. I don't work at Warner Brothers anymore, and I'm not privy to that. To be honest, they didn't tell me much even when I did work there. But I tend to think the answer is no. In other words, if a lot of DVD sales happen, that would get their home entertainment division interested in releasing more. They might release a season set. But in order to get them interested in a property that, from their point of view, is sort of over, you'd have to sell a lot of what currently exists first. And the DVDs are another item you can buy also. And the second question was the origins of developing the show. And this is a voice acting panel, so I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I was aware of the Young Justice comic, but it was Sam Register who runs Warner Brothers Television Animation, who came to Brandon and I and said they wanted something that was sort of Justice League, but younger. So how about Young Justice?
How do they come up with these ideas?
Yeah. So that was something that actually really intimidated Brandon and I, because there have been these two great shows, Justice League Unlimited and Teen Titans, and we were afraid of both those shows because they were really good, and we thought, how can we carve out our own space? And so we tried to ground our show, do things that would make it feel very real, like with costuming, the way the uniforms were sort of specifically designed, things like the time and date stamps, things that would really ground it. We came up with this idea of this covert ops team. Yeah, grounded things like clones and magic Clarion boys and stuff like that.
Stick with the real.
Right, but even amid the superhero sci-fi and fantasy, we tried to find things that would make the characters feel very real, make the relationships feel very real, and make them sort of teenagers first, spies second, and superheroes third. And that was how we developed the show. Other questions, preferably not for me?
Yes, I just wondered, are you covered under the SAG-AFTRA contract? And also, are you working in other mediums also, other than just voiceover?
We are all SAG.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody, I believe, is SAG. Yeah. And I would say to the folks that want to work in other mediums, that they do that. Voiceover is, in my opinion, the best medium because you don't have to sit in like a makeup trailer, and you don't have 8-hour, 12-hour days, and it really is the best job in entertainment. I mean, am I wrong?
And you don't have to look anything like the characters you play.
Yeah, that's right. You can be on 3 shows in one block of Cartoon Network, and they're all gone. And go away. It's okay. It's okay. And as far as being able to play different characters, you have such a range that is taken away from you as an on-camera actor a lot of times, unfairly, but that's the way that Hollywood is. You see what you get many times. And in voice acting, we are also incredibly talented. Every single one of the people up here, I have heard them do voices that blow me away. And it's great to be able to exercise that part of your talent. And in voice acting, why would you want to go anywhere else? Because you have all that at your fingertips. So, but yes, I know there's many people up here who do not.
I could go elsewhere.
And she does on camera a lot.
For money.
I think we all do a lot of different things. And some of us, a lot of us didn't get into it just for the voiceover. Some of us started doing theater, and some of us, started in TV and film. And I think we continue to do that. I've seen Phil both on stage and on screen. Recently, I've been in the booth with him. I was in the performance capture studio with Jason recently.
I count
We're
mocap as
video game
voice.
together.
We're about to do a video game together that we can't talk about, so shut up, Steph, because apparently
I'm just talking about it in general.
Stephanie leaking lemon.
Actually,
Oh wait, that's
Josh and I just did a film together. Yeah, that was fun.
If anyone has something to pimp, seems like a really good opportunity. I'm not kidding. If you've got something, go for it. Anyone? Because I'm about to.
I will.
Go for it.
Okay, so does anyone watch Being Human on the Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah.
Doing that coming up soon. Can't tell you what I'm doing though. Yeah, and I got a horror movie coming out called Where. It may or may not be about a werewolf.
Depending on whether they use the H or not.
That's all I'm gonna say. For now.
I've got a web series called Shelf Life.
Yeah.
Several people on this panel have participated in it, and it's funny. It's about 4 action figures. I haven't asked you yet because you're too famous. I just assumed you would say no.
Maybe I wouldn't.
Well, maybe you guys will see her on the show. It's about 4 action figures on a young boy's shelf. It's sort of like Toy Story, but really dirty. So check
I
it out.
definitely would do that.
Anybody else?
I'm in a horror show called Where To that may or may not be about the fashion industry. Those are both on the Homonym Network, right?
All that sounds great. I just want my 13-year-old daughter's soccer team just won the championship in this match.
I'm going to pimp my novel. My first novel's coming out December 3rd. It's called Reign of the Ghosts, and I've already written the second book. That's coming out May 13th. It's a 9-book series, and in order to get to write the 3rd through the 9th book, I need the first 2 to sell. So I am asking you, I'm begging you, A, buy it, and B, please help me spread the word about it. You know, my fear is that even if you like it, a lot of people will like it, so please help me spread the word. It's called Reign of the Ghosts, R-A-I-N of the Ghosts, by Greg Weisman, December 3rd. You can pre-order it on Amazon now. Okay, that's
And write reviews on Amazon for his book too.
yeah, good ones. Oh, and non-spoilers reviews. I've seen a bunch of advanced reviews.
I'm out.
Good, bad, and lukewarm. I've seen a bunch of reviews, and almost without exception, they all spoil mysteries in the book. It's like outrageous. What is with that?
I don't know.
So don't ask for spoilers. I'm giving you none. Not even. Yeah, way in the back there. Yeah.
Well, I was wondering, for the actors, have you ever improv for a line and have that improvisation made it together in any way, shape, or form?
Only Nolan North.
The question was, have you guys ever improv the line, and if so, did it make it into the show?
I don't think I ever improv any. I mean, most of the characters I played on Young Justice were not real wacky.
Oh,
Not a lot of reach ambassador like ad-libs. Aquaman making fish jokes.
I think maybe improv some Elrond.
I did, yes. Oh, okay. Maybe smell it.
I tried to put some of my own little like Chicano flair on my character, right? a little bit of slang, and then James was like, no, don't do that.
I let you improv all the time. I told you exactly what to improv.
This is why we usually don't ever need the improv. They're all their own from Jamie. I think I might have altered a couple things on Spectacular, but not really. I mean, the writing's it's all there. I mean, how am I going to change what this guy writes?
Yeah, I would say that some shows encourage that in the way that they're constructed, but Young Justice was well scripted, right? Didn't you guys think the writing was fantastic? So with that in mind, I think when the more the improvisation came in how you did little things with your character, like the way you said "sweet" or the way
Yeah, like
you know,
sounds.
Right, but the little bits and pieces that made it human, so it's less than a whole line or a phrase or something like that, and more about the humanity of the individual character. On this particular show, I mean, some shows you're improv all kinds of stuff.
Pound puppies, I'm all over the place.
That's what they want, but this show was so well scripted, I just couldn't see it.
And I'm terrible at improvising in Atlantean, so.
I think every once in a while someone improv the line and we used it. If it's funny, it's great. And we also had a lot of fun times in the booth with guys like Kevin Michael Richardson and Nolan, and where everyone's laughing and Jamie has to herd the cats into stop things laughing.
I gotta say, one of the great things about the show was the group recordings. Getting to see people and especially when you're doing a show like this where the characters are interacting with each other and you actually have to act, it's so much easier to do when you have your fellow actors there with you and you can know how they're gonna say the lines and you can react, organically as opposed to just like, I'm gonna give you 9 takes, I hope they match in editing.
Well, one of Greg's favorite things to do in animated series is, on that note, is to write kissing scenes. Phil, did you kiss? Who was it?
Oh God,
yeah,
don't talk about that.
One of those improv moments.
Okay, so there's a tradition in animated series that if you've got a kiss, the actor kisses their hand and sounds something like this. And I always hated that. It sounded really unnatural, so I would have the two performers kiss in front of the mic. And it would freak them out. And I'd be like, you guys in all these people have done at least some live action, and they've had to kiss.
Okay.
No, you're just mentally prepared that you can do that.
Do you want me to tell them the story?
No.
Yeah, you have to.
10% more Jews. Go ahead. Tell the
She
story.
may think she does protest too much. All right, so I read the script for when Wally first kisses Artemis, and
It's an awesome moment.
it was a great moment.
Yeah.
I mean, I read it over and over.
Little backstory though, you were lobbying for it.
I was.
Season and a half, is that
There were no
right?
secret meetings prior to me arriving, and we get there. And as a voice actor, I didn't know that that's the way that they conducted sessions on this particular show. Some shows they have you kiss your hand, to get the pop of the lips and the sound, kiss a fruit, something to give you, not that kind of fruit, an apple, for crying out loud. And so you don't know, how this it's going to happen. You get there, and we get to that point in the script, and Jamie goes, "Okay, I want you to go over to Stephanie's mic." And I'm like, "Mine was
Stephanie's offense.
Yeah.
I was telling you to go to her mic, so.
Yeah, that's right. Go over there.
Yeah, sure.
Right? And it was strange because I was like, my mic works just fine. Like what? Oh. Okay, no problem. So I
still had no idea.
She had no idea. I'm on her mic and we're there. We're like, okay, we're doing the scene and everything, and they ask, are you ready? All of a sudden, Stephanie and I turn into being about 12 years old. We're both like, checking the clothes, the breath, everything. And after the
Everyone was doing it. It was the New Year's episode. Like, everyone had to kiss.
That's what I was saying. Hey, everyone's doing it.
These guys were just first.
Lagan didn't get to kiss anyone.
Not fair. So we kissed, and it was amazing. I thought, from an audio standpoint, from a technical standpoint.
I'm still embarrassed.
And I did, but however, I said, are you sure we got it? Are you sure we don't need one more? Just for safety. And her husband is like a bajillionth degree black belt in Krav Maga. I'm now gonna
Did not know about this until right now.
And I see you taping this with your phone, so could you please put that down? Could you just lower the phone, sir? Because I like my face the way it is. Okay? Okay.
And you got paid for this, Jason.
Yeah, and on top of that, there was a paycheck in it for me. But it's being in the moment has never been as enjoyable.
So professional.
End of story.